Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we'll be starting with the new unit called employment, unemployment and skill development. So you might all ask me like poverty and unemployment was built in earlier lecture. Now why this lecture, this new topic again? See, unemployment and skill development looked a huge topic or a huge topics. So I divided poverty separately and this unit separately, where we will be dealing with employment, unemployment and skill development. Or starting with this, in this lecture we'll be dealing with what is employment, what is unemployment, important indicators of employment and unemployment, types of unemployment, and finally the causes of unemployment. Starting with employment. See, the term employment refers to the activity of engaging in paid worker or labor performed for payment or wages. It entails a written contract between the employer and employee, whereby the employee commits to serving the employer in exchange for wages. See, people get hired in companies, they sign the contracts for their work, where employee does the work and employer gives the wages. That is something unemployment does. Unemployment, according to the OECD, that is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, is people above a specific age not being in paid employment or self-employment but are currently available for work during reference period. See, this refers that they are available for work but do not have work, or are not into any type of employment. That is something unemployment says about. Now let's look into the important indicators of employment and unemployment. Labor force participation rate. See, it is defined as the percentage of persons in labor force. That is percentage of population, percentage of persons in the labor force which might be working or seeking for work or available for work in the population, in the total number of population of one country. It is defined as the percentage of persons or percentage of people who are available for work or who are in the work among the total population. That is labor force participation rate. Worker population rate. It is defined as the percentage of employed persons in the population. See, in labor force participation rate, we saw about working, seeking, or even available for work in the population. But worker population ratio speaks only about working percentage among the population of country. Unemployment rate. It's defined as the percentage of persons unemployed among the persons in the labor force. The labor force, let's say 50, if a country has 100% and around 50% has labor force, and out of that 25% of people are employed and remaining 25% of the people are unemployed. That is the unemployment rate. See, let me explain it again. There is a country which has 100% of population, 100 people, out of which 50 people are eligible for working. That is labor force participation rate. Out of that, 25 people are working. That is worker population ratio. And 25 people are not working but are available in the labor force. Okay, they can work but they are not employed. So that is unemployment. That remaining 25% are unemployment rate. Now after that, activity status, usual status. See, it is determined on the basis of activities pursued by the person during a specified reference period. It depends. The reference period depends. See, it can be like 365 days. I mean, a period of previous 365 days from the date of survey is known as the usual activity status of the person. But activity status, current weekly status, is determined on the basis of reference period for 7 days preceding the date of survey. So that is also one of the indicators of employment or unemployment, or what we can call it. Now let us look at the types of unemployment. First one is cyclical unemployment. It occurs due to the effect of business cycle. See, a country example, for example, faces recession, faces growth, everything happens in a country. See, this unemployment occurs, that is, rises during the recessions and reduces during the economic growth. Example can be said as the 2008 to 10 financial crisis is a major example for cyclical unemployment. Next one is frictional unemployment. See, it's also called such employment, where workers lose their current job and are in process of finding a new one. Next one is seasonal unemployment. It exists because certain industries only produce or distribute their products at a certain period of year, like agriculture, tourism related activities. They have employment only during that phase. Rest of the time they are unemployed. Next one is structural unemployment. It occurs when certain industries decline because of long-term changes in the market conditions. See, old industries will decline and new industries will emerge, like higher technological manufacturing, IT, computing, internet-based. All these companies occur. See, when these new industries emerge, it might require a different skill set from the old companies, and this process where the skills mismatch, this can cause structural unemployment. Next is underemployment. See, when individuals with high skills work in low wage and low skill jobs, where it reflects the inefficient utilization of skills and qualification. See, we can see this very much, like where a MBA graduate will be working along with lower graduate or lower or bachelor graduate guys, for because he is not able to find any other job. Next one is disguised unemployment. See, it is a situation where more people are doing the work than actually required. We can call where several individuals working on the farm, where even two or three people can complete it easily. That is disguised unemployment. Next one is open unemployment. See, this is where workers are actively trying to find employment but are unable to find work, which is resulting in visible unemployment. Next is natural unemployment, like a minimal inevitable level of unemployment which ranges between 2 to 3% in the country is natural. There's nothing we can do about that. Next one is chronic unemployment. Like if unemployment continues to be a long-term feature of the country, like it's called chronic unemployment. Like this happens because of the rapid growth of population, inadequate level of economic development, which results in vicious circle of poverty, and these are all certain things which we have to deal with. Chronic unemployment must be dealt with. So, before moving to the causes of unemployment, let me just give you a brief idea about the unemployment status, trends of unemployment. See, unemployment rate has declined to 7.6% in March 2024 from 8% in February 24, according to CMIE's Consumer Pyramid Household Survey. And we should also note that the labor force participation rate has increased from 50.7% in 2017-18 to 60.8% in 2022-23. Similarly, in urban areas, it has also increased from 47.6% to 50.4%. See, the employment participation rate for labor force participation rate has increased in the past years, but still there is a wide range of unemployment which is seen in our society, which must be tackled with and dealt with. Now let us look into the causes of unemployment. Economic causes. Okay. Decline in manufacturing jobs. See, with the emergence of AI, automation and multi-skilling has reduced the demand for human resources in manufacturing. Like India has experienced of around 1 million manufacturing experienced a decline of around 1 million manufacturing jobs from 2012 to 2018. This is something one of the major cause. Labor underutilization. Mismatch between the supply and demand for labor extends beyond the unemployed, leading to underutilization. Underutilization, that's like underemployment. A substantial portion of the workforce here actually remains underutilized because they are not able to find the suitable job for their skills. Next one is rise of voluntary unemployment. See, people choose not to work below a certain income level after investing in education. And also, individuals may opt for unemployment rather than accepting jobs with inadequate compensation. Like, okay, let's say one person is an MBA graduate and he wants to at least earn 1 lakh per month as salary, and only then he will go for job. See, he is getting offers below that, like 50,000, 75,000, but he is very adamant that he will go for only 1 lakh job per month salary. So that is voluntary unemployment. He is getting offer, but he is not going. That is voluntary unemployment. Next one is structural causes. Over reliance on agriculture. See, dependence on agriculture here, actually what it does, it provides only seasonal employment for only a few months. Section of population, like a significant portion of the population relying on agriculture, leads to seasonal unemployment. Next one is infrastructural bottlenecks. Inefficient growth, infrastructure growth, low investments in manufacturing jobs actually limit the opportunities in the secondary sector, which hinders the expansion. Like inadequate infrastructure development hinders the expansion of the manufacturing industries, which again impacts the employment part. Next one is outdated curriculum. Educational curriculum in schools and colleges do not meet the or align with the current industry demands. Lack of alignment between education and industry leads to structural unemployment. This we are all able to see even the current, particularly in the engineering field, where engineers look into or read or learn about syllabus into and apply them, write exams, do things, but the industry has different requirement, where the knowledge of practical is very limited, considering in India, unlike in foreign countries like Western countries, the practical experience is very less in India, because of which the curriculum is not updated. And that brings in the impact in the education of the students in India. Next one is social causes. Rapid population growth. See, population is growing, but the job creation is not able to keep in pace with it. This because it puts pressure on job market, which makes it challenging to create sufficient employment opportunities. Next one is gender inequality. See, limited job opportunities for women due to cultural norms, inadequate access to education training, cultural biases, limited educational opportunities. These all contribute to the gender-based employment disparities. Like we read that Foxconn developing in India, manufacturing sector in India will not appoint married women because of their factors, like more because they would take more leave, more absenteeism. Because of these reasons, they would not employ women. So that is something gender inequality brings in. Next is issue of decent work. The challenges in obtaining fair wages, job security, favorable working conditions. This is very, very um, problematic in India because people are facing precarious employment conditions, insecurity in job, and inadequate wages. That is something which the social cause we must, or the country must deal with it. Next one is the legal and administrative causes. Inadequate labor market policies. See, policies related to labor regulation and industrialization may not be effectively implemented or aligned with changing economic needs. See, it may not address the evolving demands of the market, a job market, which might lead to inefficiencies. See, a policy set for 10, 15 years, policy set 10, 15 or 20 years back, or even the early 21st century may not be adaptable for today, which must be revised. When you don't revise that, eventually that brings in inadequate labor market policies, and it lacks, or doesn't help in the employment process. Inefficient employment exchanges. Ineffectiveness in connecting job seekers with employers. This existing employment exchange system may not efficiently match job seekers with available opportunity. Like there is a lot of like LinkedIn and stuff where job seekers try to connect with the employees, but that system is not enough. That current employment exchange system is not enough, and we need to develop that infrastructure also for betterment of the employment opportunities. Next one is lack of entrepreneurship and startup support. See, the ecosystem for entrepreneurship and startup is not robust. There is very, very limited support for entrepreneurship and startups, which again hampers the job creation in the emerging sectors. India has recently started doing with the in entrepreneurship and startup support, but still there is a lot more way to go, which we must tackle to reduce the unemployment. So that's it for today's lecture, guys. Hope you guys understood about the employment and unemployment, different key indicators, causes of poverty, types of poverty, etc. So do watch the video, comment your doubts, and we'll resume with next lecture soon. Thank you.